That's just something I have on my mind, you know what I'm saying? So once y'all peep me out, check. Now let me lace it up like this. All over the world, they're screaming, how could you do this? Man, we've been here since we was little kids. Never thought that we'd get punished. Some mistakes that we did. We was only living the American dream. Money scheme. Learn how to weigh them coke ounces on a triple beam in America.
His name is Hawaii. He has the walk and talk of the mean streets, an all-American gangster, a long way from home. But Hawaii was born in Cambodia. When he was 7 months old, he and his mother fled to the US as refugees. Now he's been sent back because he fell foul of the law.
I always thought I was an American, to tell you the truth. I didn't know I was, you know what I'm saying, a legal alien or immigrant. I ain't know none of that. I always thought I was just a normal American kid.
Mr. President, what have we ever done? We only productions what America has become, don't you see?
Railing against the injustices of America is Boomer, hip-hop artist, gang member, former jail inmate and, until recently, a Californian. Boomer and Hawaii are among 127 Cambodian Americans who've been bundled onto a plane with a one-way ticket to Phnom Penh. They were targets in America's new Get Tough policy on migrant crime.
I don't know, Mr. President, why won't you tell me? You got folks going crazy because they can't even see their babies.
Another 1,400 Cambodians are on the list for mandatory deportation once they finish their jail time.
You see, now it's getting serious.
The message is clear. Commit one major crime or two minor crimes, and if you're not a fully fledged US citizen, you're out.
Just like me. The pain we had to fight, the tears that we had to shed, on the life that was lost and all the blood that was bled.
I think I'm an American citizen automatically. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know what the hell is I know what a green card was, but okay, I thought all Asians had green cards, you know. I didn't know what was...
You didn't know you had to do anything else?
Yeah, you know, so because I was like I was born there, you know.
As a Cold War battlefield, Cambodia was torn apart by war, genocide, bombing and the interference of competing great powers. Now, in a tragic twist of fate, some of those who survived the terrible years of trauma to be accepted as refugees in the United States are being sent back to a country they know nothing about. In 1975, after massive American bombing and a US-backed coup, the Khmer Rouge took power. They emptied the capital, sending everyone to work the land. Hunger and genocide killed more than 1 million. To escape the slaughter, many fled to Thailand.
A new wave of human misery has flooded over into Thailand, into unofficial camps like this. A few weeks ago, these people would have been turned around at gunpoint and sent back across the border. This boy is 9 years old. His parents were killed, so he walked to the border by himself from Takeo. It took him 2 months.
Thousands were later accepted by the US as refugees, most settling in tough inner cities with no money, few skills and little English.
Because my mom couldn't speak English. So for her to communicate, she got to be in the Cambodian community. You know, with the Cambodian community come poverty. With poverty come gangs.
And I got the cards right here, which is 4 aces. That means I'm hard to beat. You know what I'm saying? Then I got the years right here, like when I was doing time, 98, 99. 2000, 1, 2, and 3.
Hawaii was raised on the promise of the great American dream, but saw no way to achieve it.
He gave me the advice to put these 4 aces.
By the age of 11, he was making hundreds of dollars every drug deal.
And I was on the corner just pushing that, doing all right, you know what I'm saying? Was getting food every day, good food. I was buying clothes every day. Bought me a brand new bicycle. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that.
On the street, survival meant joining a gang.
It was cool. I know them niggas have my back though. You know what I'm saying? That's why most people be a part of a gang anyways, is to have reassurance that, you know what I'm saying, you straight.
This is a residential facility intended primarily for people with psychological problems.
Bill Herod has been an aid worker in Asia for 40 years.
What sort of psychological problems? Schizophrenia, psychosis.
He's the only one helping the deportees when they arrive in Cambodia.
Yep, his name is Cow, and we call him Cowboy. They come back angry, disoriented, depressed, ripped away from their families. Many of them have wives and children in the States. All of them, of course, most of them have parents who certainly support communities and networks.
Bill set up this shelter for deportees with psychiatric problems who need permanent care. Without him, they'd be wandering the streets or dead. Smokey, with his brain fried by drugs, still wants to end his pain.
Yeah, my brain is fucked up with cocaine, you know. I know I got a brain problem. I got fucked up with the cocaine, you know.
Bill Herod continues his work despite the personal cost. He lost an eye while struggling to stop a deportee attempt suicide by drinking acid. His anger is not directed at his patients, but at the US law that dumps these troubled young men on the far side of the world.
These guys are the products of their time in the United States, good or bad. If they've had problems with the law and gotten into trouble, that's a product of a poor resettlement program. And I think the United States should accept some responsibility.
He says there's a moral question, that once people have been accepted as refugees, should they not be accepted for good?
They were political refugees who fled the terror of the Khmer Rouge period. And I would certainly argue that if you're taken in as a political refugee, the government that takes you in has some responsibility to work with you about regularizing your citizenship status. And the fact that that didn't happen in these cases now results in their deportation.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's just like I said, double jeopardy, man. Why you gonna fuck somebody's life up even more when he already paid for his fuck up, you know what I'm saying? When he already paid for his crime and shit like that.
Cambodia is still slowly emerging from decades of conflict. The last thing anyone needed were plane loads of American gangsters. There's a firm belief the government here only agreed to take the deportees after strong-arm tactics by Washington.
As I understand it, Cambodia resisted for more than 3 years to agree to this for a variety of reasons, and one of those reasons was that Cambodia didn't feel that they were prepared to deal with, you know, hundreds, maybe 1,500 people with criminal backgrounds and maybe drug problems coming into the society right now. I think that's understandable.
It remains a highly sensitive issue.
Because we're still a small...
Cambodian Police General Sophana Meach confirms his government only relented after the US threatened to cut the number of visas available for Cambodians. America's problem has now become his problem.
We cannot just dump them like a rubbish. You know, we have to deal with them with the compassion, with the humanity, and so we would like to appeal that if American can do more to help these people, to transform their life, to integrate their life into Cambodian successfully.
What Cambodia wants is the US to provide money or training to help the deportees get a job in what to them is a foreign land. Without that, many may return to the only livelihood they know.
Then it can end up in the lot of number of the returnee that cannot make the living in the decent way, will resort to join the crime, to the local criminal and all that, create, a huge number for the Cambodian society.
The US Embassy would not give an interview, but privately, officials fear the deportation program is exporting American-style gang crime. Hawaii says their concerns are already a reality.
I tell the truth right now, just me alone, I done raised hell in this motherfucking city. That's why I'm respected everywhere I go on the streets out here, you know what I'm saying? Half these niggas just coming out of jail and shit like that, they don't give a rat's ass about nothing.
Less than 20 years, ever since we've been here, we straight refugees, we're America's nightmare. It's less than 20 years.
The one program the US is funding for the deportees is here in Phnom Penh's worst slum.
One more thing though, I want to add one more thing. When you guys get contacts and stuff like that, make sure everybody write in your reports.
It's a small AIDS awareness centre run by another deportee nicknamed Wicket.
I'm not trying to justify myself, but as teenagers, as kids, we don't really have a understanding, or we don't comprehend things like as clearly as adults do, you know what I mean? We're wild, you know what I mean? And we just do what we think is right. When I look at the reports, it's like...
Having worked in outreach with gangs in the States, Wicket has become a leader here.
I mean, when is the next time you're going to contact them? What's your follow-up date? What services did they need? What services did they receive?
The staff are all deportees. Their job, teaching prostitutes and drug users about HIV/AIDS.
Even just passing, give them condoms or, tell them where to go get the needles, whatever.
It gives these young Americans some purpose, but for Wicket, it can't replace the love of his baby daughter. Like many of the boys, he's been torn away from his own child.
When I was over there, she didn't really talk, and having her sing the ABCs to me on the phone is just, you know what I mean?
No matter how much they've changed, or what the boys do here, there'll be no recognition they've reformed, no second chances in the States.
I think it would be possible to have a case-by-case humanitarian review, where a deportation judge could look at each case on its merits and see what this person has done, if the person has clearly reformed. Right now, none of those factors can be considered.
Grudgingly accepting their lot, the boys focus on the job at hand, offering assistance to local addicts in Phnom Penh's drug dens. Wicket and his crew are trying to make a go of it. Many of them are creative and entrepreneurial. But for those deportees who feel the urge of the old ways, Cambodia offers a lucrative mix of cheap, hard drugs, corrupt police, and an untapped export market.
I think we will be able to track a rather dramatic increase in drug usage in Phnom Penh. I think it will increase the level of gang violence, and local gangs are being pitted against imported gangs from the U.S. We're looking at about a third who are making it, about a third who are in trouble, and about a third who are in serious trouble.
Without some help, Hawaii embodies the risks.
This the whole show where the prostitution ring is at. That right there, That's all the prostitutes right there, and that's where people get robbed.
For 4 months, he lived here on the streets, selling dope and fighting with police, among the pushers, pimps and violence.
I seen niggas get their head buzzed open and police just watching, like, you know what I'm saying? He running over there talking about, help me, police. And that dude hit him again with a motherfucking big-ass sword. You know what I'm saying? Not one of them little knives, a big-ass sword. And the worst part about it is that motherfucking sword is dull and rusted. So, hit him again in front of the police, bam! I'm like, damn.
In one of the few positive turns in his young life, Hawaii recently got married. But he soon lost his job, and his young bride took up prostitution to help pay the bills.
Huh?
Ông xin nghỉ.
No, no.
He's channeled his anger and despair into a poem titled Decisions, the hard choice between unemployment or a return to crime to save his wife.
This is the most important decision I'm gonna be forced to make. Even if I don't want to, I still have to choose. My heart says hang in there, but face says fuck it. Just rob niggas, so now I'm confused. But if shit don't get better soon, pop pop is how it sounds like when thugs cry.
People learn from their mistakes, but you didn't give us no chance. Didn't hear the one that signed, cause you too busy bombing Iraq. Now you dug yourself in a hole you can't even get out of. You breaking up families, is that something you're supposed to be proud of?
Boomer's also trying to make the best of it,
I can't be the take care for sickness. She begged the Lord for his forgiveness.
but warns that without help, not all the deportees will.
When a person really don't care, that's when they're most dangerous, you know, because they really don't care. And I think that's, you know, have a bad effect on the Cambodian society.
Something that's right. Do something that don't involve other people's life.
The U.S. can't take responsibility for everything, but it seems to me when we accept groups of people as political refugees, accepting them suggests some obligation to take care of them.
In the Bible it said, thou shalt not kill. Then how come
The United States has exported much to the world. A made-in-America gang culture has just joined the list.
This is the president. What did we ever done? We only productions what America meant to become. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?